Are you a fan of The Last Starfighter, Doomcock?
I saw it once years ago. I'm not really that much of an expert on that, so I'll just listen to you guys and soak in your pearls of wisdom.
Well, Rob and I are huge Starfighter fans, and it turns out that even though they've been talking about it on and off here and there is a little bit more movement now on the remake of the film. Gary Whitta of Rogue One, A Star Wars Story, is working on a little something with Jonathan Battelle, the writer of the original film, which could bring The Last Starfighter back to the big screen. Whitta revealed as much when he posted the following concept art that he whipped up for Rogue One's Matt Alsop.
Yeah.
In the tweet, he says, okay, probably shouldn't show you this so early, but here's a little something I've been tinkering on with my co-writer, Jonathan Battelle. You might recognize the ships. Thanks to the amazing Matt Alsop, lead concept artist on Rogue One, for creating these images for us. And, of course, I'll have the images on screen there.
I'll give him that. I'll give him this. The concept art does look incredible, and this is a world that could be fleshed out further. It's been, what, 35 years since The Last Starfighter?
Yeah, this is a situation where you'll catch us saying, you know what, it is a cult classic, but Doomcock sat right there, so I've seen it, but I don't remember. You know, that's the thing, is it's something that's ripe for the picking. These are the kind of things that Hollywood should be looking at and going, oh, that had a lot more potential than it lived up to back in the day. Let's see if it can now, instead of like Ghostbusters.
Yes.
Yeah, and the premise too is, I mean, because video games are everywhere. I mean, Doomcock, are you a big video game player?
Yes, I like video games a lot.
Well, I'm sure the movement is due to the success of Ready Player One. Yeah.
Yeah, and like I said, and well, it sounds like Doomcock has an opinion about that.
Well, I resist going to see it until I, get kind of a feel of the land. And a lot of what I've heard is that it's really a very vacuous, just kind of Easter egg hunt of how many pop culture references can we hide in a frame, and it pretty much falls apart in the third act. So yeah, it's not really.
I wouldn't say it falls apart, but it's just generic. It's very generic. You've seen this story 100 million times, and they. Yeah. Like I said in my review, they just don't utilize any of the side characters at all. So you might as well not even have had them there, basically.
Back to the Last Starfighter. Yeah. Okay, and the other thing too is they've got the original creator coming back for this too. The world, for what they did, it was a pretty well fleshed out world in the original movie. You didn't get a lot of details, but you got enough to get a sense of like, hey, this is actually, it made it feel like it was a tangible place. And the character Alex, played by Lance Guest, lives in a rural part of America. He lives in a trailer park. He helps the handyman. He doesn't have really a whole lot going. He doesn't get into college, and he's very despondent about that because he wants more. He wants more than what's just in the trailer park, and he's pretty much going to resign himself to be stuck there for a long time. But like I said, this video game, this arcade video game machine somehow landed at the trailer park, and he's really good at it. So that's the basic premise of the movie. And one night he beats it. It's the same night he gets the news that he has been rejected from his final college. And then Robert Preston shows up from The Music Man, who actually plays a great great part. I mean, in this movie.
I remember him.
One of his last,
one of his last roles. And he says, "Young man, you don't know how lucky you are. That machine was supposed to go to a hotel in Las Vegas, but it wound up here." And so he sets off on his journey. And first he's like, "What the hell's going on?" And he wants no part of it, but eventually he finds out that Zur is going to eventually make their way to Earth. So he's like, you know what? And he has this moment where he says, "I have the opportunity to do something good here. I have something that is worth fighting for." And they sort of leave it open. I don't know if this is going to be a sequel or a reboot or what. But Tom, this is actually the first movie to use complete CGI graphics too for the outer space scenes.
Well, they did some in Tron, but yeah, a lot of those were a lot less computer graphics than we think. They're more animated. So yeah, as far as I know, this was the first film to ever use complete computer realized graphics for a film, and with the ships and the space battles and stuff. Yeah. They're real dated, but...
And I think that's a very good point that you were making, is that having a reboot of a film that did not really explore its full potential, that had a much richer backstory that was never really explored in any sequels or anything, and it's been 30 years, I think that's actually a valid, one of the few valid excuses to make a reboot. And I think that, if they could make something really good out of it, it could be a ongoing franchise.
Oh, yeah.
And then Jar Jar Abrams could come and ruin it.
Mystery box!
Yeah.
So what do you guys think? Are you fans? Are you looking forward to this if you are? Or if not, check it out and let us know what you think of the movie if you get a chance.
Yes, at some point we'll do a special on...
yes, we've been talking about it for a while, yeah. So let us know what you think.
With the recent changes to YouTube's monetization policy, we'd like to ask that you please consider supporting the channel through Patreon. As thanks, Patreon members will receive early notification of mini-documentaries, special behind-the-scenes Making of the Edge videos, outtakes, bloopers, lost episodes, and more. Support tiers start for as little as $1 a month. Check the link in the description. Thank you.